Hey yo guys, what's happening? So before I get into this week's episode, you gotta go follow me on Instagram. Hey yo guys, what's happening? It's your boy Rain TJ back again with another episode of Just a Thought. And this week I want to talk to you about smoke breaks. And why are they okay? At workplaces. Because I've been thinking about it a lot actually. Why is it, because we all know smoking cigarettes isn't really, the best thing for you. I guess any intake of smoke isn't the best thing for you. But why is it's okay that you get a paid 15-minute break like to smoke? Like if smoking cigarettes are so bad for you, why is it jobs and governments and things of such nature allow it to be done and they pay you to go take a cancer stick? You know what I mean? So I've been thinking about that a lot and I did a little research on it. Um and based on some of the stuff that I found, um I'm not showing you any this week. I'm sorry. I'm gonna just go off of what I remember. Um the average, if you look it up, the average person, the average smoker, in a year, their smoke breaks accumulate up to 6 days. Whereas smokers in certain industries, like I think tech industry, the retail industry, there were a few others. They they could smoke up to an hour and 20 minutes worth of smoke breaks in a day. And then when I did the math or the maths, whatever, that turns out to be 13.3 days a year. So I was like, oh, so a smoker who smokes on their work break could accumulate up to 13 days, anywhere between 6 to 13 days of paid smoke breaks. Like, yo, go kill yourself real quick and come back. Like, what, I get, yes, stress relievers, but the nicotine is extremely addictive, as we all know. Like, none of this I'm saying is really new about cigarettes, you know what I mean? And then, so I went and look up again, okay, so if that's what, you're getting paid to do in that many days at the end of the year, how many average days off do you get? The average worker gets an average of 10 days off a year, paid days off. Yes. And or no, paid sick days is the average of 5 to 9 days a year. So I'm like, okay, so you pretty much could get almost double, like a large percentage of your days off, if you're a smoker, is made up of those 15-minute paid smoke breaks you're allowed. And you don't even see it as days off or time off or none of that because you're still on the job. So I started, thinking even more about it. And if you think about it, these governments or jobs are paying you, all right, 15 minutes. 15 minutes, let's say you make $20 an hour. 15 minutes is a quarter of an hour. 20 divided by 4 is 5. How much is a pack of cigarettes? So I looked that up too. A pack of cigarettes varies by states, and there's taxes and all that included. In PA, with the tax included, I saw something around $68, I believe. Um, Something. There was a whole list on Google. You could look it up yourself. The cost of cigarette, the average cigarette cost. Type that up and you'll find it. By states, and each state also have to pay taxes. In each state there's different taxes. In PA, the tax is like 260 per pack. In places like Chicago, Illinois, which is the most expensive taxes on cigarettes, it's, what was it, $7.16. Yeah, that's what it was. And so now I was like, oh, whoa, okay, how much is like manufacturing people paying? And they too are paying that same thing. If you, the resale of cigarettes have the federal tax, resale of any tobacco products have federal tax as well as state tax. And the federal tax for cigarettes is $1.01. So I'm doing the math. I'm like, okay, you're paying in taxes about, well, maybe not you, but the companies are paying in taxes about $10 max per cigarette, uh per pack of cigarette they sell. How much are you making in that 15 minutes? A quarter of 20 is $5. So, oh, in my 15 minutes of smoking this cigarette, I am not making enough money to buy another pack per se entirely. So I have to spend more time working to buy another pack. However, I'm smoking long enough, not enough to like um finish the entire thing in that space of time. So it will take me a few 15 minutes to finish it. And by doing a few of those 15 minutes, I would have accumulated enough money to go buy more because I'm a one, getting addicted to the nicotine, and two, my work environment where the average adult spends most of their time at work. So if your work environment has created a space where it's okay for you to go and smoke a cigarette because this is your only stress relieving option, then it's going to be a lot harder for you to quit, you know? It's going to be a lot harder for you to see that you don't need the cigarette or the tobacco aspect of it, the nicotine, because even vaping now, like, it's not a cigarette per se, but it's there's still a certain obsession over it, a certain level of addiction to it because of the ingredients in it. And I'm like, okay, so it's all really just one big circle. Like, what if this is where all the thought just like comes together? What if governments and big tobacco companies are in some sort of cahoots? Because when you think about it, tobacco companies are just like pharmacy companies, not going away. I have, I bought, I don't know how many, I can't remember off the top, but I bought some shares in Philip, I can't, Philip Morgan, I believe. I can't remember the full name of this, but it's a tobacco company, one of the leading tobacco product distributors, I think, in like England or whatever. And I remember the reason why I bought them is because I was watching something, some interview, some stock related something, where some guy was saying this exact same thing. Tobacco is never going away. If you want to put your money in some stocks, go in the tobacco industry. That's not going away. So I'm thinking about it all like, okay, yeah, it's not going away. People smoke tobacco, people do all sorts of drugs, really, with very little promotion from the producers. So as a tobacco company, my budget for promotion is extremely small considering how easy and natural it is for people to just end up smoking tobacco. You know what I mean? Um so all of that I'm thinking about, and it's like, okay, so if we, the job or like the government allows jobs to allow people to smoke on this pretense that they're being paid while doing that, then that money that we give them during that period of time, which isn't really enough, so they have to keep going and smoking more or stay in the job more to buy more cigarettes and then pay the taxes, the local taxes, the state taxes that will cover what you had to pay as the tobacco producing company. And then when they get, certain illnesses from it, oh, don't worry about it. We'll just go to our buddies on this side and we'll send them over there and tell them, oh, now you got to pay them as well to get healthy. But then when you go back to work, we're gonna still allow you to take that cigarette break. Yeah, man, go smoke your death away. You know what I mean? It's like that's what I think about sometimes, and I don't know how you feel about that. Like, it's just a thought, just another thought of mine. Why is that like a thing? If and then I was talking to my roommate about this thought because I tend to share some of these episodes with some of my closest friends weeks, even months before I put them out. So I was talking to my roommate about this thought, and he said, if these things are truly bad for you, what he always thinks about is why even sell it in the first place? So let me know what you think. Comment down below, hit me in the DMs, share a thought, man. Just let us know, communicate, and let's connect. All right. So before I go, I just want to remind you, if you could follow me on Instagram, please, that would be great. You could check out my art there. You could see my music. You could see my clothes. Literally anything that I'm doing, you'll definitely get an update on it if you follow me on Instagram. Yeah, and I have new music out. Thanks everybody. Have a great day.